What do we got here? Second position. Spy satellites, training drones. Could be a Romber game. I don't know why I'm even looking at this. This doesn't contain any new information. Okay. Occupation and still suit manufacturer are pretty cool. Interstellar Conspiracy is also pretty cool. Blank Slate is pretty bad. Assassination Mission is situational. Subject is fairly good. From the Tanks is fairly bad. Is it worth playing Helena here? Well, Still Suit Manufacturer is a good card that we could try to mess around with. And getting Occupation would be fun too. Alternatively, Ilbon works well with From the Tanks. I think I like the idea of Ilbon here. Let's try out those From the Tanks. If I lose one more game on Ilbon, I'm probably just going to cut him from my leader pool for quite a while. He is not my favorite recently. Good hand. Ilbon is one of those leaders that you don't need to get... you can go double smuggling with and get Swordmaster, and you don't have to... damn it. Damn it! Alright, well... So much for that. So... I guess we're going to fold space. It's a little boring, but it's the right thing to do. Two daggers in hand. Definitely worth trying for second here, I think. But second on which space? Well, if we go to a city, we're going to have essentially no persuasion at all. Even if we hit Arakeen. So I think Carthage is the better play. As a last resort, we could go to Haga Basin. Experiment, pick up a training drones. Could be good. So, first preference, Carthage. Second preference, Haga Basin. Okay. That tells us what we need to know, I think. Oh, double research in the first round. Romber off to a quick start. Are you deploying, though? A little bit. Okay. So let's see what Carthage has for us. Dispatch an envoy again. Okay. Let's do 2. This is probably enough to get second place. Unless, like, Baron goes to Arakeen specifically and puts in 3 troops, which would be a terrible move for him, based on the way that Masterstroke works. He just shouldn't do that. This card isn't as useful when you're going double fold space, I have to say. Okay, Baron, do you want to go 3 troops in? And, yep, he does. Okay. Or whatever, man. Maybe he's got double daggers. You realize that you can't Master Stroke now. At least not for a while. So maybe this is a blessing. Should we consider buying an assassination mission? It probably is better than nothing. We're Ilbon too. Yeah, let's try it out. Hundro is going to get his second smuggling next round. So if he ties in the combat, he would have Swordmaster. Whereas if he wins the combat, he would not. So we don't want Baron to have the 2 daggers. He only has 1 dagger, which is what we want to see. Unless he's got a combat card. Still suit manufacturer. That's a bummer. Uh-oh. Well, next round we're going to have a lot of persuasion, so I don't mind that at all, actually. We're also going to be revealing first. Most likely. Okay, so let's open with that second fold space here and just get that online. And now we can hit Interstellar. You're at 6. Wonder if they let you hit wealth. I could dispatch an envoy and go to wealth to prevent him from hitting wealth. Probably not best idea, but it's interesting. Are we mentatting here? If we mentat, nobody's going to stop us from... I don't think so, because we don't want to draw these fold spaces, right? So, let's just do this. Plus, we want to reveal earlier so that we can get this Galaxian Master. Force somebody to use a token, right? Now we also have the two specimens for the subject. Even for Ilbon, I think the subject is better than from the tanks. And certainly it is if we get to Galaxian Master. I could blow the row up and just say, Galaxian Master is boring, I want to see something more interesting. But then if I don't draw a good 5-cost card, I'm going to feel pretty silly about it. So Hunter didn't get wealth. If he gets second in the combat, he'll still have what he needs. So let's see what Romber does. That's kind of scary. That means that Baron's going to get Interstellar before me next round because we drew Machinations specifically. Had it been in pretty much any other combat, he wouldn't be able to do that. But Machinations is going to break my lock on Interstellar. At least he's not sitting directly in front of me. Romber, are you going to go into the combat? Yes, you are, I think. No, you're not. No, you're not. Well, that sucks. Because that means I'm going to lose Interstellar, and I'm going to lose Swordmaster. Give me a real row. Okay. Well, That qualifies as a real row, doesn't it? As always, I'm the first person to use their explosive token. Come on, Baron. You've got a double cross in there, right? Right. Right. No. Wrong. Well, it's okay. We'll play it slow. We've got a bunch of full spaces in our deck. We've got a whip of power. We're in a good shape. Not everything is about Swordmaster. Let's see, Puppet. What? You want Corrupt Smuggler? You should... Okay, he's doing that the wrong way. But whatever. He should have blown the row up before he played his Intrigue card. Because if he doesn't draw anything he wants, then... Which, in my opinion, yeah, Gene Manipulation is good, but it's not good enough to justify this. Okay, Hundro, you have a blackmail. If you have the power, well, no, even a blackmail actually doesn't work here because blackmail just ties him. So, yeah, I don't know. Sad all around. Gotta get rid of this thing. But hey, we have a card that infiltrates Bene Gesserit, so shouldn't be that hard to get Selective Breeding to go off. Okay. None of our power cards, but it's still an okay hand. It's just annoying that he's at 8, but whatever. We'll have it next round. Shuttle Fleet would be pretty good. As would Spy Satellites, for the record. He's going Smuggling instead. Well, that just kind of screws me, doesn't it? Because now I can't even get to 8 for next round. He's just giving it to Baron, basically. What the heck? That's so annoying. Well, Baron didn't go Interstellar, so I guess we have that to hang our hat on. I don't know why he did Hardy there. Maybe if you don't draw yellow, that's the thing to do. I don't know. I think we want to hit Mentat this round. The more we draw, the more likely we are to hit Web of Power. We also need to be hitting our experimentations for our subject. Maybe we should play Signet Ring for Solari. Take 5. That still doesn't make it viable to hit Mentat unless we also happen to hit Wealth, which is taken, so it's not happening. So yeah, we play Experimentation. Demand Respect is pretty good. Could keep pushing guild. Let's do that, because what I can do, I can go like Mentat and then dispatch an envoy to full space, potentially. He doesn't even go for the Swordmaster. Okay. Sounds good to me. Sounds good to me. Some strange plays from my opponents this round. Maybe it would have been better to push other factions. After all, we do have a web of power. Ooh, Baron's already at 5. Kind of scary. We need to probably try to make sure he doesn't win this combat. Let's play our Signet Ring instead of Dagger to Swordmaster. That way we have a little bit more juice for the combat. And we can always take reconnaissance to a city. Attack's taken. So let's go ahead and do this. Get one of our Solari back. Draw a card back. Hello, beautiful. You are going to give us the Guild Alliance, I think. Juicy. We definitely want to win the combat, too, because we have a demand respect. Glimpse the path. Okay. What's he trying to do? Oh. Ouch. That's pretty cool. On the flip side, though, we know he's only at 5, so it should be easy to beat him in the combat. Although Rombert's probably thinking the same thing. Round 3 Shai-Hulud is no joke. That's a pretty good start. Especially with Steel Suit Manufacturer. And he's got the Fremen Alliance. I could start trying to chase him on Fremen, but maybe I need to. Maybe I should do that. Training grounds. Okay. So we're not gonna win the combat. It looks like Rombert's gonna win the combat, which is fine. What do we do instead? Could take, you know, Dagger Tech Negotiation, Web of Power Secrets, dispatch an envoy to go to a faction space. We can dispatch an envoy the Dagger to Still Suits. Start the process of chasing Baron. I think I like that. What's the one spice good for? Demand respect, maybe. Doesn't hurt. Wow. Draws the master on round 3. Lucky boy. Gonna get an intrigue card off of that too. I don't know which faction we should go up on here. I feel like Fremen is probably the right answer. Demand respect means that if we can win a combat with enough spice, we can probably take this from him. But getting 4 Solari is really helpful too, because that's 2 Mentats. And Mentats are just more Web of Powers. Webs of power, if you will. Let's take this. So gene manipulation is a trash, which is pretty handy. We have the assassination mission, so we might like that. Gunthopter is also pretty good. It's going to help us get the demand respect off. And landing rights is persuasion. Let's get Gunthopter. It's been a while since I had the trees speak Richeese or Richese or however you pronounce it. Decks are good too. That's another reason why I wanted to do it this way. Dealings. Oh, you bastard. Guild Bank Raid. It's going to let him catch up a little bit. Volatile hand we got here. Double fold spaces. And a diplomacy. We could hit faction 3 times if we wanted to. Tech negotiation. Shuttle fleet. Okay. Just going for the aggression here, basically. He's protecting Fremen. Makes sense. That means I may not be able to take it from him. Let's go up down. We need the spice for the demand respect. We also want to hit Mentat at some point. Okay. Should I play the subjects instead? I don't think so. So we go up, we go down, we take spice, we take Fremen. Do that. Even though I don't want this combat, I do kind of want this combat because I want to demand respect on it. So what I might end up doing is Hardy Warriors. Mentat gets taken. Bummer. The assassination mission was probably a mistake. But I really didn't think that I was going to be able to get first Swordmaster. That was pretty weird that they let me do that. I move before Baron next round. So if I can hit Hardy Warriors and demand respect, as long as he doesn't take another faction bump in between now and then, I should have it from him. It's more Solari than I need, but I'm Ilbon. I'll use it eventually. It's also more Solari than I need, given that I have an assassination mission. Perfect. Okay. He probably ought to participate in this. Because he only had 4 Solari. It's a good intrigue card. Lets him do a little bit more research. He's pretty far ahead on research as it is. I think 3 is probably sufficient for this. I can't see anyone else wanting to win this combat. Especially with two daggers in hand. Could go selective and get rid of the assassination mission. But then we can't fully demand respect. Just get 1 bump. Unless we draw the Web of Power, which there's only a 1 in 7 chance of happening. Could also go still suits. Could go to High Council. Could go to Secrets. Could go to Dreadnought, buy Mimic Film. Doesn't seem like a good idea. This is a good card. Maybe a while before we can get it, though. Yeah, no one seriously wants this combat, I don't think. Besides me. So we want to hold on to this demand respect, because again, we act before Baron. There is a chance we don't draw Fremen, though, on the next round. Or we could just guarantee it by hitting still suits, which seems pretty good. That's probably the best thing for me to be doing. And we still have these 2 to reveal. And we've taken up most of the spaces that Hunter could hypothetically deploy to, so I don't think he's going to be able to surprise me here. Should also get Interstellar again next round. Do I get the G manipulation, or does that get taken from me? I mean, if I were him, I would take it. He buys the breakthrough. Probably puts it on top of the deck. It's a smart decision. Doesn't take the G manipulation, so I will happily do so. It's a better liaison. Baron could beat me in the combat with the right intrigues, but I don't know why he would want to. Chum Delegate's pretty good. Thing is, Hunter doesn't have any progress on guild, so it's not going to do that much for him. Does he have a guild card in play? No, he doesn't. What a weird card. Just in terms of like the art and everything, it's like it's very out there. Nice try, Still Suit Manufacturer. Not today. Not today. So what are we going to do with 12 Solari? Probably doing a lot of Mentat. It makes this hand less god-awful, that's for sure. We can trash Assassination Mission next time we research. Again, more Solari than we need. Oh, very nice. Very nice for Romber. No? That's what I would do. He would be very strong if he got Spy Satellites. Oh, he goes Swordmaster. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Do we want to open with Mentat instead of Interstellar? I don't think so. There's two other spaces that we can draw cards at. So if we don't get Mentat, it's really not the end of the world. But yeah, the assassination mission was not the right decision. I don't know why they keep letting me get Interstellar. Like, it's making me into a problem for them. I think I've blunted Baron's usefulness. My attention is turning towards Romber. I gotta get those Spy Satellites before he does. The row is pretty dead. Hyperity Travel's not terrible, but otherwise, this is good too. It's not totally dead, but overall they're weaker cards. Certainly for me, like this card doesn't do anything now. Those are two factions that I already have pretty much locked up alliances on. Guild is not locked up, but Fremen is literally locked up. Okay, so what happened? Shialu to Haga Basin, gained a bunch of spice, trash a dagger, deployed 2 troops. Trusayer, we already did that. Diplomacy to Steel Suits, deployed 2 troops. Okay, so first things first is Mentat. Great. Any other leader would not have drawn the Web of Power there, so pretty good on Ilbon's part. Certainly the Mentat's better than High Council here, in my opinion. Web of Power, I don't know if we want to play this or not. I guess it's pretty good going to secrets, right? So what do we do with diplomacy? Just wealth? Could go Hardy Warriors again, sort of kind of funny. I could go to Hardy Warriors again and just like press the combat. Depending on what Romber and Baron do, I think that might be a good play actually. Not feeling it now. Web of Power, when played, is going to draw us a card and give us water, so I think it makes sense to play Web of Power before Diplomacy. Romber actually is the one to go Hardy. Yeah, he's somebody we need to watch out for. We should be able to get Spy Satellites ahead of him, though. Although Spy Satellites is not that good for us at the moment. Maybe it's 1 point on Emperor, but that may be it. Okay, it's just more card draw, basically. But Gene Manipulation is awesome, so I'm glad I did things in that order. Because that spice is pretty handy. Eh. 2 spice from the stillsuit manufacturer from and Bond. He didn't get to play it and recur it like he would if he had the alliance. So that's kind of nice. Oh, there's the Talaxu Master. Yeah, Romber is the one who's threatening me now, not Baron. But I don't think I can stop him from winning this combat. Do we Bendu? I don't think we do. I guess if we drew Gunthopter, that would change things a little bit. I mean, we have the best card that we could be playing right now in our hand. I think we have to take spy sets to keep it away from Romber. I really do. Let's do this. Take our spice. Draw 1. Draw 2. Gunthopter's good to have. What do we want to trash here? Just trash the dagger, I guess. So, zoop. Research. Why would we not go top here? The scarabs seem better. Well, we get 2 scarabs going top, probably. We could go, technically we could go 3. Yeah, I like top better here. Troop for a water, what do we think? We have Gunthopter, let's try to win the combat. Is it even possible? Add 5, no, not really. Unless we draw the dagger off of Bendu. Shouldn't have put 2 in. Not great cards available. Not great cards available at all. Now we actually have the subject turned on, so we can start getting scarabs. Gosh, I mean, I don't even know what to. Like, these cards are all horrible. Oh, I'm an Atomics token. I mean, Shut Up Mapes is not awful, but she's bad. I just think we don't buy anything. Even deploying a troop, we end up 1 behind Romber, so it doesn't make sense. So we leave the troop behind. I guess we could buy a liaison. I'm good. We'll be hitting Research Station until the end of the game. Vicious Talons. Okay. Hopefully Baron can beat Romber in this combat, but it doesn't look like he's got it. Let's open with Bendu. Okay. Let's do this. We're going to get scarabs from the subject. I guess we could get 2 from the bottom here. Let's go this way. Flagship is so good for us. Spice. Technically, we can't even... Had we gone the other direction, we could get Flagship. Let's buy the Spy Sats. the end of the day, it could also just be a point that we trash for. I just couldn't let Romber have spy sats. Baron still has no research at all, which is kind of crazy. What's another research give us? Scarab? It's a point. Let's hit Mentat. Oh, Ilbon. Now I see why people like you in this expansion. That would have been spy satellites for him, because he'd use his ring for the 1 persuasion. Or for the 1 negotiator, I mean. That's artillery instead. Don't forget he's got Dixie Engineer, so... yeah, wind traps. Okay. Okay, he's got wind traps too, because of his ring, so he's got all of them now. Nobody's got 2 water, so this Great Flat's pretty free for us here. Let's open selective. Very nice. I think we want to play Gene Manipulation here. The spice is just so good. My problem is that does take us away from SMF. Yeah, it's probably just better to play Diplomacy of Secrets. If we play... does it make sense to play that? You just wait. If somebody... yeah, if somebody like puts troops in or plays an entry card on you, then you respond. But I think you always want to play it for the combat version, unless you're like not in the combat at all, basically. Because the 2 troops are worth 4, and so is the combat portion of the card. So you're getting the same out of it, except when you put the troops in, you're losing something for future rounds. Does Romber have Ixion Engineer in hand? Yes. No, he doesn't. But these are 2 points that he's got stored up, so he's at least like eventually he's going to be at 7. So he's definitely our opponent, and not Baron, who is basically kind of got screwed when we demanded respect on him. That's part of why it was so essential to keep Spy Satellites away from Epic Eric here because he already has a lot of non-faction points that we can't account for. And he's one away on these two factions, so he's doing pretty well. I still think I might win instead of him, but he is competitive with us. He just shuffled, so he might have drawn one of those cards. But yeah, I think the play is just to go to Secrets here. Technically, nobody is at 6 spice. So I do have access to Highliner ahead of everybody else. What's the card on top? Subject. If I go to the Great Flat with Experimentation. Experimentation still gives me that Scarab, which is a point. Nobody has 2 water, though, so I can always just go there in the future. War Chest is pretty good. Bypass Protocol is not. Actually, we have a point from this War Chest. There's an achievement for scoring War Chest with a certain amount of Solari that I never got because you would never need to have that much Solari. But maybe I should do it. Yeah, 15 Solari. I don't have that achievement. I guess I'm not that far off. It's War Chest, right? Yeah, War Chest. What did he buy? Face Dancer. Yeah, he's out. He's out. Remember, blows up the row. Guild Banker's pretty strong. Got 6. He buys the Treachery, I think. That's something we have to watch out for. Bypass Protocol, the Guild Bankers. Deploy the troop. Buy the SMF. Reclaim the forces. Yeah, we're probably going to win this one. Technically, we're at 10 right now. Yeah. BG PNG here, you can kind of see the edges of this. I wish they would clean this up a little bit. So how are we going to get 3 more Solari? Our Signet Ring, I guess. What did he do? Tactician? Okay. You're the boss. He's going to rock it up to 7 next round because he's going to have the Scientific Breakthrough and also the X-Engineer on reveal. But we're already ahead of 7. Technically, we're at 10 right now. Subject gives us another Scarab, but we're pretty far. I mean, we need 3 more for a point, so I don't know that it matters. It doesn't hurt to play it. Also, there's a flagship we can buy. We should definitely be able to end the game this round one way or another. Guild Bankers, yeah, okay. That's a really good draw. That was a really good draw. Flagship is out. Okay. So probably we're going to want to take a visit to the Great Flat. There's another Scarab to be had going there. We actually get 2 if we take the subject there. That's not true. That's not true. Sorry. Miscalculation there. If we go to the Great Flat, we could just hit Highliner, try to win the game that way. We don't have to buy an SMF. Nobody has 2 water, so we're plenty free to just go ahead and hit Mentat here. These spaces aren't going anywhere. Does take us further away from the war chest, but we'll live. Yeah, it's a cool combo, Tyler. It's a really cool combo. So Epic Eric does go to Highliner access. That's a problem. That is actually a problem. Get that out of the way. Go to the bathroom real quick. Our only city is the Gunthopter, which is not great. I don't really want to play the Gunthopter. If we have to, we can use the War Chest in the combat, but if Romber goes Highliner, he may genuinely have us beat in this combat. Especially because he still has these training drones available. Too little, too late, Baron. Yep, there's the Highliner. Yeah, we may not be able to win this combat. Problem is, he's going to get to 11 this round. He's got that scientific breakthrough still, and he has the Ixen Engineer in hand. We're sitting at 11 too, though, because we have the War Chest and the Spy Satellites. He's 18. Do this. Do this. Harvest cells. That's not that good. It's kind of like a scarab. Except we have to spend the two the two specimens that we already are revealing. Can we get 2 SMFs? We need to be at 12. Signet Ring to High Council, it takes us to 8 and we draw a card. There's 5 in the deck. I don't think it's possible. Especially with that SMF in there. And putting that troop in implies that maybe he thinks he has enough intrigues to beat Romber at this. I'm skeptical. I guess I shouldn't have put troops in on the research station. What does more research give me? Could mulligan my harvest cells and draw a card. That's not bad. Goes to the Great Flat. That's pretty annoying. Means I pretty much have to get an SMF this round, or he'll beat me on Spice Tiebreaker. Well, it looks like he didn't play his Scientific Breakthrough. Oh, no, he did. Okay, so I double counted the Scientific Breakthrough. So he's got 1 point from Ixen Engineers, 8. 2 from the combat. He actually doesn't win the game this round. He does have a High Council seat, so I suppose it's possible that he gets an SMF. I don't think it's going to happen, though. Don't think it's going to happen. More intrigues or more cards? Three cards is really good. What are we trashing? Could trash a subject. We don't really need more scarabs at this point. Gives a little bit of safety cushion on VG. We could crack the Spy Satellites to win the game this round, I think. If we have enough spice, which we're too short. But we play the gene manipulation and we get there. And because we have the guild bankers, it doesn't cost us an SMF. Take it to Air King, we draw a card. Which means we actually end up persuasion neutral. Not that it matters. So there's his 8th point. He might be able to have the SMF with the Talaxu Master. 2 troops. No SMF, but 2 more troops. Hundro is actually a 10. And he has intrigue cards, so we could lose to him. Right? This is the right play regardless. If we go to High Council, we'll go to 11 Persuasion, which is not enough for 2 SMFs, so this doesn't work. It also costs us a War Chest, so there are many reasons why that's not a good idea. So let's draw a card. Trash. We don't need 9 anymore, so we can trash the Reconnaissance. So let's do the math, basically. I mean, does deploying units here do anything? Not really. We don't want to do that. At least 3 troops to get the harvest cells. So let's put in 1 more unit. So right now we're gonna get 1 scarab, right? No, because we just get the specimens. We don't get to spend it, so we don't just spend them. So it's not gonna work. Let's just end our turn at this point. Okay, new turn. Anyway, SMF takes us to 10. Spy satellites take us to 11, and then we have 12 from War Chest. I don't think Hundred can beat that. And Romber definitely can, because Romber has no intrigue cards. Oh, it does let you to acquire the card. Okay. So then we take the Scarab in front of their point. Go to 13. Plans within plans from Baron. Glad I stomped on his balls. Corner of the market from Hundro shouldn't do anything. That's 1 point. War chest from me. We actually did have an in-game point. Good thing we bought 2 SMFs. Closer than I expected. Hundro actually did end up getting to 11. Not this round, but because of the corner of the market he did. So, yeah, it was a good one. We made sure to kick Baron's nuts pretty early to make sure nothing happened with him. And that was ridiculous what happened there, right? We basically lapped the entire Fremen track in basically 1 round or 2. I think it was we got a bump from Web of Power early, and then we followed it up later. Web of Power is broken. This card is just broken. Yeah. And Guild Bankers is the best Ilbon card out there too. So, and then having these 2 together, being able to play that Dream Manipulation, get the 4 spice from it, the extra 2 at the end there, allowed me to crack my Spy Satellites to close the game out in round 7 rather than making it wait to round 8, in which something else could happen. You never know. Hundro could engineer some plays at that point, because Hundro had 2 SMFs, so if he bought a 3rd SMF next round and I just didn't draw into it, which is entirely possible since I already have 2 in my deck, it would have been possible that he could have won. I wish I could have gotten that Overflowing Coffers. It's just such an implausible achievement. Like 15 Solari, like who's doing that? Like, why would you ever, like, having 10 Solari at this point was kind of a goofy coincidence, because I needed to win the Guild Bank raid in order to steal the Baron's Alliance. Yeah. Triple alliances for Ilbon, pretty good. So we got a good Ilbon game. It's been a while, but when you can get that that mint had every single round. They just didn't block me. It'll be strong. Take a look at the trashes too. We actually trashed a lot of cards. The fold spaces don't count, right? So like let's not count these. We trashed Assassination Mission, 2 daggers, Subject, and Reconnaissance, which is mostly a result of having Infiltration on BG from Web of Power, and then having G Manipulation as well. So these two are a powerful combo. Shout out to the Subject for giving me the Scarabs I needed. If I didn't get the Subject Scarabs, I would not have gotten 2 points from this track. I might not have even gotten 1. The initial Scarab that it got me allowed me to get that Demand Respect early and really change the tempo of the game. So I think very highly of this card. It's the play effect takes a while to get online because you usually are not getting your first DNA marker super quickly. Like it's going to take you at least 1, 2, 3 researches at a minimum, right? 1, 2, 3. So yeah, you have to go 1, 2, 3 at a minimum to get that online. But yeah, and then also let's take a look at our research path. We went here, I believe we went here. We get here, down, up to trash, up for Scarab, down, down. So like zoop. Anyway, good game, and I'll catch you guys later.